Did you realize we can't sing that song anymore? God, God. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I might sound a little bit weird in this because for me to you, I have a little tickle in my throat. Like it's really nothing, but there's just a little tickle in my throat. So I might sound a little bit weird. If not, who cares? Fuck it. Let's ride. We gonna let it rock. Today's story is another oldie. This really might be the oldest of the oldies because I was like 4 years old when this happened. This rivals the Healy's video level of oldness. But here we go. Here we go. So I have African parents, right? And the last time we went back to Nigeria was in the summer of 2007. So I was like 4, turning 5, question mark. I was a devious ass 4-year-old. Like I would just do so much for the of it. I vividly remember drawing all over walls and the motive behind it and everything on my light Yagami junior type But anyway, we're going to Nigeria for the summer. And this is like my first time ever being on a plane and remembering it because my oldest memory of all time was only like a year prior to this story happening. So I was like, planes are real? Like what? So we get off the plane. I don't remember shit about the plane ride. Ears probably hurted. Probably fell asleep through most of it actually. So we get off the plane. We've made it to Nigeria, and my ears are actually fried after the amount of popping it went through on that plane. And we pull up on my auntie and uncle who lived in this crazy ass, big ass mansion house type, like large house, very, very large house. I was like, damn, what kind of shady shit are these up to? But also I was like 4, so I didn't really care. I was like, wow, big house, let's turn up. I'm not even gonna think about what you guys do for work to be able to afford this oddly large house. But anyway, there were also like so many people living in this house too. Like it was far from just that auntie and uncle. It was them plus like 3 more pairs of auntie and uncles, and then their many children. I remember there being so many kids in this house. It was insane. But I was also a tiny kid, so we were like brethren, both literally and figuratively. This one little ass kid who was probably the same age as me got stuck in a toilet seat. I kid you not. Got stuck in a toilet seat, and he was in so much genuine distress because he was just way too small for this toilet. And because we were the same age, I only remember this toilet being comically large also, which made the entire situation funnier to me because like half of this small child was submerged in a toilet. I was like, how did I get here? What? Who makes toilets this fucking big? And it was probably like a normal sized toilet, which is the craziest part. We were like tiny ass Pikmin scurrying to the adults to try to get this little nigga some help. Like I swear there were so many kids. We were a unit. Everywhere we went, it was a unit of niggas, little niggas. And it was interesting too because of how varied the age range of all these kids were. Like it started out with the youngest batch, which was like me, that's the one I was in, and then it went all the way up to that were like 18, 19, 20, and all of these were my cousins. Like the age range was insane to me. There were a lot of formative memories on this trip. There were a lot of foundational moments. The first time I ever watched the MTV Spider-Man show with the weird-ass CGI was in Nigeria too, and I was low-key a little disgusted at how uncanny and weird all the models looked, but I guess the show was aight, vaguely from my memory, died at the end or something. But anyway, nighttime rolls around and my parents are nowhere to be found, but I'm being a little nosy ass kid, you feel me? So I'm just looking around at random shit in this big ass house, I'm just doing a little exploring, and I stumble upon a razor, and one of my brothers is also with me, and I'm trying to be a funny ass class clown ass, and with absolutely no hesitation at all. No second of like, should I do this? With absolutely zero hesitation, I grab the razor and I just run this shit right across the top of my head. And we're laughing like until I realize my parents are gonna see this shit and I might be absolutely Imagine a little 4-year-old kid with like slightly more than wavelength hair and a big ass strip of bald right across the top. There was no hiding this shit. And eventually they saw me. You know, I guess a couple hours pass, and I finally, they just respawn out of nowhere, and they see my head. They see the big old bald patch in my head, big square rectangular like mini landing strip type in my hair, and they saw me and they were like, then my mother proceeded to shave me bald. She turned me into Caillou. She turned me into Krillin. She had me looking like Saitama. She had me looking like Saitama. You know, I never really know which pronunciation is the correct one, but she turned me into Nick Fury. She got me in the Walter White DLC. I had the Morpheus expansion pass. I was looking like Okoye from Black Panther. Then she's like, now go take a shower. And I'm just like standing here. I feel like the most shameful version of me. Like, this was the worst type of punishment. I could just feel every single follicle that left my hair that night. It felt like I lost a part of me. But it was different when I was the one shaving my own head, because, you know, at least it was me, damn it. At least it was me. So she's like, now go take a shower. Mind you, we had to shower outside in the cold with soggy flip-flops on. Needless to say, this was a big L for me. But, you know, we moved, we lived, we grew from that moment. Me personally would never ever do that to my hair again. But for the bit, I did that because I'll do anything for the bit. Once again, if we get this video to 3 likes, I'll do the Kessel run with no clothes on, butt ass naked, covered in oil. Yeah, don't try any of this at home. If you do, record that shit. I'm stuck in my room. 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 I'm stuck in my room.